Hey everybody, Sam Quinton with Sanopa Publishing right here in Frankfort, Kentucky. We've been creating role playing game books since 2017, comics since 2019, and today on the channel we're going to talk briefly about shipping products that people have ordered from your web store, people have ordered through your social media channels, people have pledged for on your crowdfunding campaigns, what have you. And by examples today, we're going to be doing comics and then also an example for 11 by 17s. Now, there are easily 1,000 different videos on how to properly ship comics. I'm not claiming to know how to do it better and bigger than anyone else, but I do want to go ahead and take this opportunity to show you how we do things, and hopefully that'll give you some insight in your future endeavors if you're shipping for your comic or your book. So the first thing about comics, definitely, and this should go without saying, but I have received comics from some people that weren't. Make sure your comic is bagged and boarded in an appropriately sized bag and board. So with modern comic sizes, they're usually the bags and boards are usually for about 20 24 pages is what it's looking for. A lot of crowdfunded books will be a little bit bigger. You'll see some 28, 32. I've actually received one that was 44 pages before. With that, you'll probably want to upgrade to a Silver Age size. And the reason being is you want a little more room in there so that you can easily get the book in without damaging it, and that your customer can get the book out without damaging it. If you are shipping this with any accompanying items like stickers or bookmarks or whatever, remember don't put those on with the cover. You don't want them indenting the cover itself. Go ahead and stick them in the back or in a separate package within the shipping mechanism you're going to be using. Now, for me, when I'm shipping comics, whether it's 1, 2, 10, whatever, I will take and then go ahead and before we are boxing these up, we'll go ahead and bubble wrap this up to add an extra layer of protection to keep things from abrading the book, to keep anything from indenting the book, help prevent any other damage like that. Now, as far as cost goes, let's address this real quick. Your bags and your boards, if you buy 200, 500, something like that in bulk, you can usually get these for a little under a quarter a piece, about 19 to 20 cents, sometimes even lower, depending on what the current market is, per single bag and board. Sometimes I've gotten them as low as 11 cents, and that's here in 2024. So just keep your eyes open. I would recommend that if you are dealing with the manufacturer directly, go ahead and set up your accounts. Go ahead and select to receive notifications when they have sales on. Take advantage of those to keep your inventory up. With regard to bubble wrap, there are a number of different great suppliers. You can find good deals on Amazon, American Bubble Boy, numerous others, Uline, to get your bubble wrap in as cost efficient way as possible. So for wrapping a single comic, and this amount would probably take as many as four different comics pretty easily, you're looking at maybe about 7 cents to maybe 11 cents if you didn't get such a great price. So watch your market per package. So just be mindful of your overall expenses and your shipping calculus. Now, once we have our book, whoops, wow, that was embarrassing. Once we have our book taped up in our bubble wrap, we're going to take our Gemini mailer. I've already folded this one up, ready to go. I prefer Gemini mailers currently. If something better comes out soon, I'm always up for adopting the newer and the better technology. But the Gemini folks have been really, really good to me over the years. And we've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books shipped out of this room in Gemini mailers. So once we've got that packaged up, go ahead and tape it up really well. Make sure that you're using your packing tape efficiently. And then go ahead and get ready to slap on your labels. Now, one thing I would recommend though, if you have more than a pound in weight on this, you're going to start to see that the cost parallel shipping in the United States for U.S. Postal Service is pretty much paralleled on what it's going to cost you until you start getting up past a pound. And at that point, if say you've got like 6, 8, 10 books in your Gemini mailer, which is about the most you can fit in a Gemini, I would recommend go ahead and just picking up your United States Postal Service flat rate priority mailers. Your overall postage is not going to be that much difference between the two, and sending your book with a little extra protection is always a good thing. Now, there's a few other options too that we've used. Everything from poly mailers on the outside to help protect against rain and the environment, particularly among coastal states. We have one particular customer who always requests that we do that, and we've got some of those made up, which works just fine in lieu of something like legal size flat rate mailer. But yeah, your Gemini mailer fits these really, really well. They come out nice and easy and make for a good shipping option. Now, also with this video, just a real quick thing, because this is one thing that we do here with our comics and games and such, is we also tend to produce these really great, wow, I'm dropping everything, bear with me, these really great 11 by 17 art prints. And we usually ship these either in a bag and board. We usually don't ship them framed. This is just a good example. Or we will, when we have them available, we'll use these hard plastic top loaders. Now, the disadvantage to these is that they are, well, they do weigh a little bit more, but not enough to really skew your postage too much. The big advantage is their individual, big disadvantage rather, is their individual cost and their availability. These can be very hard to come by in recent years as far as with supply lines go. And when you do get them, they can run anywhere from $3 to as many as $4 here recently in 2024 a piece. So keep that in mind with your cost calculus. But for most of our 11 by 17s, what we will do is we'll go ahead and put them in the 11 by 17 bags and boards that we have, just as we have here. Go ahead and seal those up. Either if they're ones that already have built-on little adhesive strips, or tape them down, whichever may need be. And then we'll take same size cardboard slots, cardboard pages, or chipboard. And then what we have here is a 13-inch by 18-inch photo mailer. We'll go ahead and stick that in there, tape that up nice and neat, and then go ahead and ship that to our end user. That reinforces very, very nicely and makes for a good delivery of the product on there. Now, if you're shipping something of particularly high value, say like an original art piece, so something that was entirely unique, a lot of times those pieces can run several $100s. In that instance, within the United States, I recommend springing a little bit extra and going with registered mail. Registered mail is always sorted separately. The tracking on that includes whoever has hands on it, as far as the USPS knows who's handling it, and your insurance on that can be much larger. So do make sure that you're protecting yourself and your customer against that kind of damage. Well, that's really all we want to talk about today, just a few notes on shipping. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We're going to talk about more things concerning production and delivery in future videos. Thank you all for joining me today. Have a wonderful day.